E aí galera, beleza? Eu sou o Arabe Louco, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de WWE 2008 24/7 com o Undertaker. E a gente vai continuar aqui da onde a gente parou, que o King Booker, né? A gente se envolveu numa pequena tretinha aí com ele. E a gente vai aqui lutar com ele numa handicap match. É isso mesmo. Ele, King Booker e o Hells como manager do King Booker, né? Enfim, vamos lá lutar logo com ele. É nós contra a Rapa, tá ligado? É isso aí, mano. Vamos lá. Bom, como sempre, né? Meu nariz não me ajuda muito.
Welcome to SmackDown, where 2 months remain until the Great American Bash.
Opa.
Michael Cole and JBL.
Beleza, vou pular essa parte aqui que é sempre repetida, né? Ó, o Bret Hart. Ó, eu não sei se foi ele que morreu, tá? Eu acho que foi ele que morreu pulando de uma base lá de cima do show.
He might have delivered a great screen test, but he better be able to deliver a great match tonight.
Beleza, agora o King Booker, o vacilão.
Apparently his screen test left a little something to be desired, and that could impact his
Muito
in-ring
engraçado
career.
ele.
Absolutely. In this business, your ability to entertain the crowd is just as important as your athleticism.
Nossa, que vacilão, mano. Esse cara é muito vacilão. Vai tomar um sapeco do Undertaker, mano. Só isso.
Listen. And here comes another aspiring leading man who's determined to take the current frontrunner down a peg or two.
And that's not a bad strategy. If they can embarrass their opponent tonight, he'll definitely lose some star power.
O Hells, tipo, ele vai com o King Booker só pra tentar ganhar uma... voar em cima do King Booker. Tipo, voar na hype, tá ligado? É isso que ele vai tentar fazer, porque na verdade ele... Ele é o mais fraco que tem aí, eu acho. Vai apanhar bonito agora, gostoso. Pelo jeito não é uma... É um tag team match, né? Um tag team match. Deixa eu só ver as regras aqui pra ver se a gente pode pegar cadeira, essas paradas aí. Deixa eu ver aqui. Match rules DQ on. Ah, não dá. Mas não tem KO, né? Handicap eu acho que é... Se eu não me engano é tipo... Pra ver quem resiste mais, sei lá. Ah não, apanhei. Boa. O louco já?
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this,
vem.
don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars. And even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years.
Ó, o Hells já tá machucado já, mano.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize.
Uh-oh.
Ixi,
you
já?
know what's coming next.
Tombstone pile driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
Já era.
He could pin his opponent right here.
Ah, não tem KO, mas tem pin, né? Beleza.
Man, this one's
levanta aí, tio, levanta aí.
Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical.
Vai apanhar agora, hein?
I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
Nossa.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more.
Ah,
we usually
só
have a
bem
pretty
King
good
Booker,
idea what
porra.
to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience. The Undertaker's got an impressive history here in WWE, but you're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that? The dead man has proven himself time and time again.
Undertaker has earned his rep.
Deixa eu ajudar ele a trocar com o King Booker ali. Eu não quero dar finalização no Hells. Quero dar a finalização no King Booker. Troca, troca, troca. Pra você trocar, seu burro, vai. Vai trocar, caralho.
When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
Apanhando aqui já dos caras.
But I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time.
What a reversal!
Ah, não. Ixi, apanhei,
I
mano.
like Booker a lot better before he discovered his royal heritage.
Yeah, but it wasn't until he stopped caring about the fans that he finally won the World Heavyweight.
He's taken a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure he can spare it?
Vem, King Booker. Eita porra.
Look at him, he's just radiating confidence. And he's got a lot to be confident about.
He looks a little overconfident to me. This could come back to bite him.
Gregory Helms used to enjoy tremendous fan support once upon a time, but he drove his fans away when his attitude changed.
Oh, whang.
He's bleeding all over the place. This one's getting ugly.
Agora sim.
But it's effective. You make your opponent bleed and you've got a psychological edge over him.
Maybe so, but I'm more concerned about the rest of his physical well-being now that he's been busted open.
Boa.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved.
Já era.
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Já era, ganhamos. Vamos ver a cutscene agora.
And there goes a very angry individual.
He should have shown that kind of fire during his audition.
I think it's safe to say that the fans are behind the man in the ring.
And believe me, that's the kind of thing that WWE Films is looking for.
Oh, I know that, and so does he.
Well, there's no doubt he can turn on the intensity when he needs to. Who knows? That might get him somewhere.
É um início de uma grande rivalidade, mano. O King Booker rivaliza demais com a gente. Ao longo da jornada inteira, tá? Não é só agora, não. Mesmo a gente campeão já, ele não desiste da gente.
Hi there, it's Stephanie McMahon. Listen, despite the way it ended, I was very impressed with your audition. You might have the it factor we're looking for. We'll be evaluating your performances over the next several weeks before making our final decision.
Beleza? Vamos passar aqui então. Opa, mês novo. A gente já está bem no mês do American Bash, né? Vamos ver o que a gente vai fazer no Raw aqui. Vai ser um pay-per-view commercial. Beleza. Vamos descansar agora. Beleza.
I got a joker who's asking for a match against you because he wants to prove to the WWE Films that he's the superior athlete. Now listen, don't underestimate this kid. He's worn gold around his waist plenty of time, so he ain't no pushover.
Beleza. Envia a notícia. Vamos dar uns autógrafos aqui. Mensagem do Hells.
I just called to tell you to expect the humiliation of a lifetime on SmackDown this week. You might as well kiss those movie star dreams goodbye.
Coitado. Hola. Your upcoming match is about more just a movie role. Hells has done just about everything he can do the cruiserweight division, and his look like he's ready to move up in the ranks, in the ranking. But guess who is this way? Thank you, player. If you don't want his to pass you by, you better impress me your match with him. Ah, beleza. A gente vai ter que lutar contra o Hells, pelo jeito, né? Vamos só dar uma descansada aqui então, de novo. Ah não, já descansou, né? Então vamos dar uma entrevista aqui. Beleza. Acho que a gente não vai ficar tão cansado assim, não. Não, tá de boa. Então bora lá. Undertaker vs Hells. Eu sempre falo o nome dele errado, mas é normal. A luta vai ser no Novo México. Aí o CM Punk, que nessa época ele era da ECW. E a música de entrada dele era outra, não era da Cut of Personality.
That's right. Only the top guys in this business star in a WWE Films project, and if you're not a main eventer before, you sure will be after.
Vamos lá então a entrada do Gregory Hells.
Listen, he's done just about everything there is to do in the cruiserweight division, having held the championship longer than any superstar in history.
And this might be his chance to take the next step in his career.
Coitado, é muito fraco, mano. Você é muito fraco, tio. A gente vai dar mais uma surra nele. Ó quem que apareceu.
Come on, he's not even supposed to be involved in this match.
I think someone's angling for a little more screen time.
I don't think his rival appreciates the interference.
I'm sure he doesn't. Not after what they did to each other last week.
It looks like he's heading backstage, but I wonder if we've seen the last of him tonight.
I wouldn't bet on it. He's not about to let someone else steal his thunder.
Galera, no próximo vídeo, não vou mostrar nesse, mas no próximo vídeo a gente vai invadir uma luta do Hall, tá? Eu vou mostrar pra vocês como que faz isso. É muito da hora fazer isso, cara. A gente vai invadir uma luta, igual o King Butter fez aí, tá ligado? Preparado pra apanhar? Opa! Tomou uma reversa aqui. Tome.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, and injured superstars like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings,
Boa.
no matter how beaten up they get.
Boa.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been
one of the most anticipated
matchups in recent weeks.
Vai deixar ele lesionado. Já era.
Ai, escapou.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Ó o King Booker, filha da puta. Tome.
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner. But it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these
Sai
superstars
fora, sai
didn't
fora.
give it everything they got. These superstars are at the top of their game, but
Boa,
only
reagiu
one
bem.
of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say
Caraca,
that
vai ficar
everybody
escapando mesmo, é?
wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that.
Sai,
I'm just
sai,
saying
sai,
that
sai,
in a
sai.
great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
Não. Caramba.
I
Boa.
certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
Boa, boa.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
Já era, hein? Já era, hein?
These superstars are so
Ah, não,
unpredictable.
mano.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit
Toma.
back and enjoy the ride.
And what a
Tentar dar
wild
pin nele
ride.
já.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
He dodged that bullet.
Droga. Reage, reage, reage. Droga.
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the dead man's been there for a long, long time.
That might be true, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Beleza, vamos ver. Ah não, mano, dá reverse. Dá.
Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit
Vai, vai, vai,
between them.
vai.
You're
Boa.
looking at them right
Isso.
here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud
Toma.
to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career
Agora
for a
sim.
single match. He's bleeding all over the place. This one's getting ugly.
It isn't pretty, but it's effective. You make your opponent bleed, and you've got a
No.
psychological edge over him.
Maybe
Boa.
so, but I'm more
Agora já
concerned
era.
about the risk to his physical well-being
Ah não,
now
mano,
that
tá
he's been busted
escapando.
open.
I don't think
Nossa.
we've ever seen a superstar dominate the cruiserweight division like Gregory Helms.
You're absolutely right. He's the longest reigning
Boa.
cruiserweight champion in history.
When you think about it, he's kind of
Dá uma
like the
submissão dele,
pint-sized
acho que vai dar
version
uma
of me.
Hope Burke.
Rope break.
Sabia.
I think we might be looking at the future of the
Toma.
WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a
It looks
Boa.
like he's decided
Agora já
to
era.
finish off his opponent.
and what a way to do it. Tombstone Piledriver
Espero que não dê Hope Break.
on the mat,
De novo.
shoulders down. This could be it.
Beleza, vem no
These
meio aqui.
superstars have proven time and again that they're willing
Agora sim.
and able to go the distance.
His opponent might not have enough left to kick out.
Acabou, já era. Hope Break é não pode encostar na corda, tá? Pra dar um pin ou submissão, porque senão fica como violação, né?
You certainly won over the fans tonight.
And when you're the last man left standing in the ring, that's a point in your favor.
This makes me wonder if his two opponents were working together from the start.
I don't know. It could be just a case of having a common enemy.
And they certainly have one in this man. His charisma is simply off the charts.
All the more reason for a little bit of a team effort, if you know what I'm saying.
Bom, os dois saíram daí derrotado, né? Vamos ver as notícias. Vamos ver as mensagens. Hells, I don't need you.
Look, I'm only gonna say this I had nothing to do with that. I don't need any help, and I don't want it either. You might have been hurt physically, but my reputation was hurt too.
Ah, mano, é muito chato esses caras, velho. Did Broker steal his hand? A gente não aparece no Power 25. Ainda não. Não tem problema. Vai ter ICW, não sei o que aqui. A gente vai invadir esse aqui então. Só que só no próximo vídeo, né? Como o vídeo já ficou longo agora dessa vez. A gente vai continuar aqui no próximo vídeo. Eu agradeço para você que assistiu até agora. Deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Eu espero que vocês estejam gostando dessa série, tá bom? É um jogo muito especial para mim. É o meu jogo favorito de WWE. E eu vejo vocês no próximo vídeo, galera. Falou!